Hello. I wanted to share with you something that has been getting on my pet peeves lately. I'm sure you're just dying to know. Now, I will warn you, this is probably not going to be as lighthearted as most of my videos are, because I do think it is a serious issue. And in my tiny little town, it's a serious issue. And that is texting and driving. I mean, it's getting out of hand. I can drive down the road to work or to anywhere for that matter, and not see the whites of anyone's eyes. People's heads are bent downward, and I can only assume that they're texting or Snapchatting or tweeting or whatever else people think that they need to do that is very important. Well, I mean, honestly, it's very dangerous. There are people who they can't get their lives back. Their families have died because somebody was texting and driving and ran smack into them. Their bodies are mangled. I mean, I know people who've had their lives affected by this. And honestly, it's not fair. And at the risk of sounding like a hag, I'm just going to tell you, no text that you get is going to be important enough for you to risk your own or somebody else's life. You are not that cool. I mean, maybe your mommy never told you, but I'm going to tell you, you are not all that in a bag of chips. I can guarantee you that not everyone that has their heads downward is a cardiothoracic surgeon, and their text is a picture of an open human heart, and there's a doctor asking them, I wasn't expecting this. What should I do? I can guarantee you that Joe Blow out in his jalopy that has a side view mirror dangling off the side of the car and it's got a nice spray paint job on the outside, he's not getting a heart surgery text. It's probably just something I don't even want to know about. I don't even want to say he's probably picking up drugs, but you didn't hear that from me. But he probably going to smoke them in the Hy-Vee parking lot. But I tell you what, I mean, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, you are not the president. You are not Trump who's tweeting. Your tweet is not going to be huge, you know? It's not going to have the highest ratings ever. So put your phone down. Put your phone in your purse while you're driving and keep your eyes on the road. I mean, you not only are you inconsiderate and risking the lives of other people and yourself, but you are missing out on some stuff too, which I can testify to that because I keep my phone in my purse because I try to care about people. I don't want to see them in early graves because I was being negligent. So, anyhow, what you're missing out on is this. You're missing out on some pretty emotionally charged episodes. Like, it can get emotional when I'm driving. I mean, I'm like Beverly Goldberg. I mean, my tears are always there lying in wait because I feel so deeply. But like I drive down the street and I almost cry almost every time I go because people are litter bugs in my town, so there's a lot of garbage bags and like Walmart sacks out on the road. And when they're in certain positions, they look uncannily similar to dead animals. And so, you know, I'll be driving and I'll see this black bag in the road. I don't know what that is, but it's like, oh no, that dog got clipped. You know, I start to tear up. And then I drive past like, oh, it's just a bag of trash. You know, people in Norfolk they just love to throw trash around the streets. But I mean, I can get past that. I can't get past an animal dead in the road, but I can get past a bag of trash in the road. That doesn't bother me that much. So you're missing out on the sheer and raw emotions of driving down the street. The other day I was driving to the bank and I was walking I wasn't walking, I was driving. I was driving past the middle school and I thought I saw in the parking lot a decapitated human head. And I gasped, like, there is a decapitated human head in the middle school parking lot. And I'm thinking through all these scenarios in my mind, like, is this a child? Was this like a middle school child? But it looked more like an adult head, like size wise. So I'm thinking that's probably the janitor. It could have been the principal. Like, who knows? Maybe a teacher gave too much homework. I used to teach. And man, I tell you what, I got accused of pulling a gun on my class. So I mean, I'm sure if those kids would have taken my head off as quick as they could, probably. So I mean, I'm running through all these scenarios. Yeah, that teacher shouldn't have given that homework assignment. Pff, get your head put in the parking lot. But then the closer I got, I saw that it was a manhole cover that had been set awry, you know. It did look like a head, though, in my defense. I do need my eyes checked, but that's just to get more contacts. It's not because I can't see. So I get to the bank, I do my thing, and I took the long way back past the middle school. It's like, I want to see if that looks like a head from the other direction. And it did. It looked like a head. But I'm telling you what, I'd have missed that experience. I would have missed that experience had I been texting and driving. And I can tell you the fact of the matter is that K that you need to send is not worth missing the decapitated human head event. You know, while you're sending that, you could hit a pedestrian. You could run into another car. I mean, terrible things happen. So all I'm saying is, you are not a heart surgeon. You are not Donald Trump tweeting. You are not that important. So you need to put the phone down and put your eyes on the road and see what's going on. And I mean, honestly, I would like to know that other people are looking, because there are many times, as bad as this sounds, that I am on autopilot. And so I will, you know, head out to work and I pull into the parking lot and don't know how I got there. Like, and I'm watching the road. I don't have my phone out. I'm just in another land, in another time, living another life, apparently. So please pay attention to the road, because I don't do that every time, but I'd like the luxury of knowing that if I want to just turn my brain to coast, that I'm not taking my life in my own hands because somebody else is watching. So remember that. Put your phone in your purse or your pocket or whatever. And if somebody texts you, you know what? Take the moral high ground and don't text them back and don't even look at it. Just wait until you stop, because it's not that important. I promise you it's not that important. So I hope you have a great day, and please take my advice, because lives are at stake here, and they really are. I'm not trying to be cute or funny. Lives are at stake. So I hope the rest of your week is great, and I hope you don't text and drive.